Something I just thought of, I wanted to ask you also before we go. Guns and the right to bear arms. For maybe the first time ever, I just kind of linked that with you saying, I have the right to my property and they can't take that away from me. And maybe I just got the obvious point that you probably already know, is that the right to bear arms gives you the right to defend your property and your sovereignty. And it's all rolled up in one.
That's right.
Is that how that?
That's right.
Is that?
That is.
That's what it is. Okay.
Yeah, man, it's so, and it's a testament to you. So many people look at the right to bear arms and they're like, oh, these guys just want guns. No, that's not it. It is so much more than that. It's my right to protect what is mine. It's my right to protect my family. It's my right to protect my home. It's the right to protect my land. It's right to protect my freedom of speech. It's my right to protect everything. But I have no ability to protect those things without means to do it. And the means to do it, having fought peasants in the hills of Afghanistan using lever action rifles and muzzle loaders, do not tell me that a single man with a rifle is not dangerous, because they have fought the Russians, they've fought the British, they fought the French, they have defeated the most powerful force on the planet, the American military, and it was peasants with rifles in the fields and the hills of Afghanistan. So I am telling you that the power of a single individual protecting his or her property with their firearm is powerful. So don't let anybody lie to you about it and try to take a single gun from you, because that's the point of it all. That's the point that the founding fathers understood so clearly, was it gives the power to the people to protect their rights. And the rights include property. The rights include the freedom of speech. The rights improve the freedom of religion. You know, it's all intertwined, Brian. And it's awesome that you said it like that. And that's exactly the point of it all.
I love your analogy about the peasants in Afghanistan, because you've seen the flip side of that. And like you said, here's a guy with a rifle who's motivated, and he can be a powerful force. And I mean, look at Vietnam and what happened with that whole conflict. And they've been fighting the French before that. And they're like, okay, we got some arms and we don't want to go anywhere. Yep. And look what they can do. I think the reason that the Brits typically struggle with understanding the Americans' need to bear arms is that we never went through that here, because the firearm really wasn't maybe invented when we were struggling for power maybe 1,000 years ago. So it wasn't woven into the DNA as a necessary piece. Maybe that's why. So they don't get it. But of course, America was born on the Brits coming into your house is illegal search and seizure. The Brits coming over there, taxation without representation, basically just messing with everyone's business. And the rifle, I mean, that was everything, right? And so
it's arms, to be specific. And I always want to say arms, because the founding fathers used intentionally vague language. Like we didn't have Telegram, we didn't have telephones when they said that freedom of speech was paramount. We didn't have Twitter, we didn't have Facebook when they said that that freedom of speech is we didn't have churches that were occurring online where you could go and to your place of worship and watch it on your iPad. That they just defined and protected religion. So they were very intentional in using the word arms, because they didn't know what was going to be invented. Things were being innovated and invented at the time, where they had muskets, then they had cannons, then they had chain guns, then they had Gatling guns. Like, that hadn't been invented yet. But they knew that the arms were the important thing to protect all of it. And on the wall in my office, I brought back a British muzzle loading rifle that hangs on the wall of my office at Sheepdog Response. And I brought that back from Afghanistan, and there was a young boy that was carrying that to war. He was part of the Taliban. And that rifle, I look up there every single day and I look at it, because it was a 13, 14-year-old boy that was walking with the Taliban, and he was carrying a muzzle loaded rifle from the 1800s, and he was fighting the most elite fighting force on the planet, American Special Operations. And it's a reminder what one man can do with a gun fighting for his own land. And it's scary.
Wow, that's powerful. How is the fight for the right to bear arms in America? Is it going the same way everything else is? Is it still difficult?
Everything's under attack right now. Every freedom. I could walk over to my gym bag right there, and I can pull out a copy of the Constitution that I keep with me everywhere that I go. And there's not a single line in a single one of those amendments that's not currently being under attack. And we need patriots to start fighting for their rights again.
So Jim Rickards has just recorded a video that's not available to anyone in the public, and he's going to be talking about how this upcoming recession is going to be fast, it's going to be bloody, it's going to be nasty. But at the same time, he's going to show you how you can position yourself to profit from all of this chaos. Now, we've made this video only available to our viewers. Go to londonreal.tv/Jim. Watch that immediately. I can't say enough good things about Jim Rickards. He understands the global economic system better than any guest I've ever had on London Real. His predictions are almost uncannily true, and you can learn how to profit from his vision, from his expertise, and his understanding of economics. So go to londonreal.tv/Jim or click the link below. It's an excellent, excellent look on what's going to happen in the future and how you can position yourself to profit from that. Jim is one of the best in the business, one of my favorite guests on London Real, and he's very, very good at predicting the future and showing us all to profit from it. So click the link, and I hope you enjoy. The greedy bankers are about to do it again. In 2008, they crashed our financial system and nearly bankrupted the entire global economy. Then they received trillions of dollars in government bailouts. And after, they demanded fat bonuses paid for by you, the taxpayer.
It turns out the banks haven't just been screwing the American taxpayers, they're also screwing over their investors. Turns out the banking industry is the worst place you could put your money, despite enormous taxpayer bailouts.
Now the bankers are back to take away your financial freedom. They lie and tell you that cryptocurrency isn't safe. They try to make it illegal for you to choose how to invest your hard-earned money. They lie and say cryptocurrency is used by money launderers and criminals. But look at the record. It's the banks themselves that launder hundreds of billions of dollars every year to the biggest criminal operations in the world.
Leaked documents have revealed how some UK banks have helped criminals, money launderers and Russians under sanctions.
American authorities discovered that the Sinaloa cartel moved $881 million through HSBC accounts as bank officials turned a blind eye to the illegality.
The bankers lie and say cryptocurrency is not a real investment. Meanwhile, the smartest CEOs in the world are buying billions and billions of it. The truth is that banks lie about cryptocurrency because it makes them scared. The banks take $9 trillion per year of your hard-earned money, and they are worried that they will finally be exposed. They're scared because crypto means they can no longer control your money, which means they can no longer control you. They are scared because you might actually understand your money and intelligently decide what to do with it. Now is the time for us to come together, fight back, and take control. It's time to educate ourselves, our families, and our communities. Because financial education means financial freedom. We know that cryptocurrencies will help us build the new decentralized financial system of the future. A banking system that is of the people, by the people, and for the people. A banking system where access to finance is a fundamental human right. A banking system that is free and fair and welcomes all humans on this earth. The DeFi revolution is happening. We, the people, can no longer be fooled. We choose to take control of our finances. We choose to take control of our freedom. We choose to take control of our future. Join us, and let's take back our financial freedom forever.